But let's finish off and go to Twitter Reacts and see how the internet did react to the game yesterday. Go on, let's get into it. So first up is Hotspur reports, Maddiz enjoyed our win last night. He was on social media showing that Richarlison's celebration yesterday. Obviously, the pigeon came out as well. So big up to James Maddison. He must be just itching to get back in that side.
You can see that he's I love it that he's like commenting on all the games, and he's obviously still really invested. Obviously, he knows he's a big part of the team. He's still vice captain. But yeah, 100%. He must be watching it thinking, I need to be out there, man, because he was playing so well. And also, we're playing good football, so he wants to be part of that.
Side and ITK says, this is a good one. He says, can't lie, that Ben Davis FC kid from way back was right all along. Maybe, I think he was right all along, to be fair.
Might have been. He might have been right, yeah.
This is a tweet from a Korean account. This is just another foul on Sonny yesterday. Was that Yates? No, Nico Williams. Nico Williams absolutely destroying Sonny, going through the back of him.
What does it say? It says, I just push it away. Yeah, well, 2 hands on him. Got to be a foul, surely, no? No foul?
Yeah, not if it's Tottenham.
Not if it's Tottenham.
J1 Cho says, Son said himself, I thought if I play out in the side, many players would try and make the situation more difficult for me. That will create more space for my teammates and they'll have more opportunities because of that. And on the back of those comments, you're looking at it, Kulusevski's massively, getting more space and creating more space for himself, and Richarlison getting more on the score sheet. So has he got a point there?
I think so, and I think maybe he's doing a good, kind of a job for the team, being out wide a bit more. Obviously, we know he's got creative aspects to himself, but if he's taking more focus away from the central areas, that's naturally going to leave more space for like Kulusevski and Richarlison to operate, and then that's going to give the team something more to think about. And we know Son, he's a team player, isn't he? He's not a selfish player. If he thinks something's better for the team, he'll do it. Yeah,
and that's why he's the greatest captain in the Premier League right now. Nice one, Sonny says, only Son got booked by this way. That's booking. This is
what he got booked for.
This is what he's saying. I don't actually remember it yesterday, the booking. Surely he couldn't have got booked for that.
That's a foul on Son. What? I don't get it. That's ridiculous. He's got 2 hands on him. Son's not even grabbing him. No way Son got booked for that. Surely not. Maybe he got booked for complaining about it or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember. But if anyone can let us know in the comments section. No context Tottenham tweeting out just this video with no context to it.
And maybe Eric Dyer. I think Dyer's walking past and I'm like, yeah, he's not happy, is he? Was Dyer in the squad yesterday?
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Oh, okay. So he's back.
He's back, yeah.
He's back. Come on.
No context Tottenham as well, tweeting out the old meme.
Whenever Richarlison scores, you got to bring this one back out.
Yeah, 100%. Tottenham tweeting out a heart emoji with Pape Matar and Richarlison celebrating that goal yesterday. Lovely to see. And it just feels like, doesn't it, that the whole team and squad are so happy for Richarlison.
Yeah, and he seems like a very popular member of the dressing room. Seems like a really top guy. And I don't think it's like a situation where he's got a bad personality or anything. I think everyone's rooting for him, and it was hard to watch him go through that bad period. So I think now he's hopefully picking up some form. Everyone's going to be right on his side.
Axel THFC giving us a SofaScore ratings for Pedro Porro in the last 6 games. And look at that. 7.4, 8.4, 6.7, 8.3, 8.5 and 7.7 yesterday.
Ridiculously consistent.
Pedro Porro has been the best right back in the Premier League this season. And most definitely the most underrated right back in the Premier League this season.
It's mad how consistent he is. To get like over an 8, you have to have had like a worldie. And he's getting like 8s consistently.
Pape Matar tweeting out saying, teamwork, come on you Spurs, and a few pictures of him at the game yesterday, obviously coming in, playing on the pitch
and passion.
Then celebrating as well.
Passion.
I love Pape Matar so much, man. He is just like growing and growing in stature in this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. And I think he's really taking more authority in the team as well, which I really love.
Sam Cornish says, a huge backs to the wall win tonight. That one feels good. More photos will follow tomorrow up the Spurs, and that's obviously Spurs doing the pre-match huddle outside the away end once again. And I love this as a consistent thing now.
Yeah, and it was great again. Really got the fans loud and back on their side. Not that they need any encouragement, but 100%. I think it's a really great addition from Son to do that, because It just makes complete sense. I don't know why no one's thought of it before. It's just a simple thing, but it makes such a difference.
It's the small things, eh? Axel THFC saying Vicario, when Tottenham go a man down, is probably up there with prime Neuer.
when we go a man down, he just unlocks something else, doesn't he, Vicario? He's just, absolutely brilliant.
The glue from Alfie THFC says, with and without Pape Matar. So with Pape Matar, we've played 12, 1-9, drawn 1 and 2 defeats. Without 4 games played, 0 wins, 2 draws and 2 defeats. Do you think there's something in that?
I don't think it's completely irrelevant. I think the not starting is probably too small of a sample size, but I would say that definitely says something about how he maybe just helps us have control of games. And I think we're so much better defensively. I think that's the main thing. When he's on the pitch, he just gives that solid base with Basuma when defensively. I think maybe when he's not there, we just lose control of games a bit too much.
Yeah, I agree. Tottenham Hotspur tweeting out, I don't know what that tweet is. It's like a +3 mood.
+3.
Oh, +3. 3 points.
There you go.
Pape Matar with that passionate celebration yesterday.
Yeah, I love the passion from Pape.
I'm getting too old for these emoji games, to be fair. Alex, the Euro expert, saying people talking about the saves. I'm on about the sweeping and possession stuff. Imagine Lloris in this team. It would be so hard and so bad. And we were talking yesterday. I can't remember who it was on the fan show, or maybe it was just me and Barnaby having a chat. I think Barnaby asked me the question saying, do you think if Lloris played today or if Lloris has been our keeper this season, we'd be anywhere near where we are right now? And I said, no. I mean, if Lloris was our keeper, we'd probably be flirting around with mid-table, to be honest.
Well, you just got to even remember last season how there were so many games where we actually, maybe it was like very even, or maybe even Spurs were on top, and then Lloris would make a big mistake and the whole momentum of that game would change and we would end up dropping points or losing. And to think like this season, maybe that would have been a very similar case. Maybe we would have been playing like we have been, yet he does a mistake that goes against us and all of a sudden we end up dropping points. So I agree. I don't think we'd have anywhere near as many points as we do if Lloris was in goal for us.
Stell came on the fan show yesterday and he said Vicario has been signing of the season hands down in the Premier League this year.
Well, if you're talking like pure just a player joining a club, is he signing of the
pound
season?
For pound as well, 15
I would
million.
say, if you take into account the transfer fee, I think it's hard to argue. 70 million in this market is ridiculously low. It's basically like, it's a cheap signing. It's a really cheap signing.
When you look at other keepers and other prices, you're looking at Kepa, 70 million, Alisson, 65 million. Obviously, he's been a massive hit. David
Sanchez was 25 million. You know what I mean? He was 10 million more than Vicario. Ridiculous.
You got to give massive props for the scouting network for bringing in someone like that. And nobody had heard of him before we'd signed him. And it's not just his quality, which obviously has been unbelievable, but I think his personality is mentality, and mentality is really, I think he gets on with everyone. He's a great guy, apparently, as well. Apparently, like, during the Ukrainian war, he took in a Ukrainian refugee to live with him. Like, he's a proper top guy as well. So I think they've done really well with their due diligence on this one. Big up Big Vic. And remember how much I was complaining about him before, when we had signed him. I was like, why did you go get David Raya? Just spend the 40 million. And now, I mean, like, look at the trajectory of both of those keepers this season. Yeah, he's done, 100%. He's playing better. Hotspur related saying Tottenham forward Dejan Kulusevski has as many Premier League goals this season as Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling. Magnificent player. Is there some conversations to be had yet? Well, look, let's put it this way, right? When in the 6 months when Dejan signed for us, we were like, all right, we've got a player that's better than Bukayo Saka. Decky had an off season. Saka had a brilliant season last year. But now we're back, people. We're back. I want you to tell the streets that we're back. Axel THFC again with some more Decky love, saying Decky has created the most chances, which is 39 from open play in the league this season. That's crazy. That is crazy. More than any other player. Not only has he created the most chances, but he's also run the most miles as well. He's done that, but he's also been doing that while also having to switch positions and be versatile as well. That's crazy. And to think about all these creative players in the Premier League, and he beats the lot. That's mad. Yeah. Ariane came on the show yesterday saying he's got 3 lungs, but I think he's got about 6, you know? The way he runs in the moment, it's unbelievable. Kim from the Lane says Tottenham in the Premier League games, Richarlison has started this season, played 9, won 8, drawn 1. Is he the glue? So Richarlison is unbeaten. He's an invincible at the moment. Invincible. He's going to go the whole season invincible. Imagine. Hotspur reports this is Brendan Johnson's dad in the away end last night.
Oh,
Lovely to see. I wonder if he's a Nottingham Forest fan or not, but he's got a Tottenham hat on, so...
Yeah, you would have thought he would be a Forest fan, but did Danny Rose, dad became a Spurs fan, didn't he?
He did. He was a big Leeds fan, yeah.
He only became a Spurs fan, so... There you go. Once he's Spurs, they're all Spurs.
Exactly.
Now.
Once you get a bit of taste of being a Yid, you can't go back.
100%.
Once you go Yid, you can't go back.
I'm assuming that is actually his dad. It might just be a random guy and they're calling him his dad. I'm assuming it is. It looks like him, so
yeah.
I think it probably is.
Billy T saying Porro's defensive improvements have been remarkable, and I actually felt like he earned his money more in his defensive aspect of the game yesterday than he did his offensive aspect.
Yeah, I thought he dealt with Elanga really well. There were some really hairy moments where it looked like he was really going to get at him, but he came out on top pretty much every time.
Hotspur Related saying Tottenham have won more points away from home in the Premier League than any other team this season, something that we alluded to in the 5 takeaways. But it's also something that you don't really associate too much with a Spurs team. You remember, we've been shocking away from home in recent years, to be honest. So it's a welcome change.
I'll look it up. I think last season, we're only 1 win now behind our total of last season.
That's actually ridiculous, isn't it? That's ridiculous.
I think we won 6 the whole last season. We're already on 5.
That's ridiculous.
Mad.
The Fighting Cock saying these 3 in the face of adversity: Kuti, Vicario, and Ben Davis with a nice embrace, and
brilliant picture.
That proper family feel with this squad, isn't there?
Brilliant picture. Yeah, and everyone seems to really be fighting for each other. You saw that at the end of the game, and you saw how much they all were so happy with each other after that, keeping that clean sheet. You saw how much it meant to everyone as well. So loving that back 3.
THFC Kieran saying, what was Basuma like before Luton away?
This is a classic. This is one I don't want to talk about. Don't even bring it up. It's too emotional.
Axel THFC, same as Pedro Porro, giving us Dejan Kulusevski's SofaScore score ratings for the last 5 games: 7.4, 7.8, 7, 7.8, and 8.7. And some of those is probably a bit underrated as well, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%. Just to talk quickly about that away thing. Last season, we picked up 23 points away from home.
Wow.
The whole season. And now we're already on 18.
That's mad.
But yeah, Kulu, that just again shows his remarkable consistency as well over the last few games. He's been unbelievable.
FPL getting in on the act. They're saying, are you tempted to add Dejan Kulusevski to your team? Everton at home, Bournemouth, Brighton away, and Bournemouth at home next up for Spurs.
Yeah.
Are you going to?
Well, I put Rishi in, and he's done me well. So it's basically a case of, do I take Son out and put Kulu in? Because I don't know. Rishi's in good form now. I don't want to betray him. So it's a
Can't you have all 3?
So I could have all 3, but then he needs to take out a doggy, which I guess I could do because he's suspended. But I have to wait and see. Yeah,
my team, I've only got 2 Spurs players. I've got Porro and Sonny. I do need to bring in one of Rishi or Kudo, I'm not going to lie. Tottenham tweeting out, just atting Richarlison, showing his header yesterday, a nice little freeze frame as the ball was going past Turner. What a terrible keeper he is.
Yeah, look, what is he doing there? It's absolutely horrific. And then you got to remember that second goal, he makes 2 mistakes for it.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
Spurs pictures that go hard. And I just love this Decky celebration, the LeBron. It's just unbelievable. Spurs Express saying Tottenham have now scored in 29 consecutive Premier League matches.
Nice. No one can keep us out.
Billy T tweeting out saying, a doctored image saying Nottingham Forest 2, Tottenham 2, the goal scorers for Tottenham, and then Yates rattled their fans 90+4, 90+5.
Because he's kind of responding to a Forest fan who said Yates has been rattling your opposition fans in 2016. So Billy T's just bantering him. Good stuff.
Axel THFC again comparing Richarlison and Gabriel Jesus.
We're going to be reacting to this every time week. Richarlison scores. Week. 100%.
14 appearances for Richarlison, 11 for Gabby Jesus, 4 goals for Richarlison, 2 for Gabby Jesus, 3 assists for Richarlison, 1 for Gabriel Jesus. And all Arsenal fans tell me is, he might not score a lot, but he knits to play together and he gets so many assists a season.
Yeah.
Where are these assists this season?
Nothing. Average.
And actually, before this game, Richarlison might have played in more games, but Jesus has actually played more minutes than Richarlison.
Yeah, exactly. And it's probably not even that much different now, even after.
Axel THFC saying 4 goals and 3 assists in 9 starts. We might be back.
We're back, baby. Come on, Rishi.
This one has been taken down, so we'll go past it. Brennan via Instagram, a picture of him going off, Morgan Gibbs-White embracing him, saying, thank you to both sets of fans for the support today. Gutted with what happened, but happy the boys got the job done.
And that was actually a lovely moment when he was going off. The Forest fans started singing Brennan Johnson, he's one of our own, when he went off. So that was a nice moment for him. He did get a good reception overall.
More Spurs pictures that go hard. Richarlison shushing the City ground yesterday.
He can't resist it, can he? He can't help himself.
Is there a bigger shithouse than Richarlison?
He needs to shush. He needs to shush whenever he's away from home.
Tracy KM saying Viccario defending the scoreline every time Tottenham have a player sent off. Brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic.
BLTHFC saying 5 away wins already this season. In comparison, we managed 6 all of last season, which is just crazy to think about. JZR video editor saying Kulusevski and Richarlison are fathers that stepped up.
Big up, 100%.
Yeah, Decky obviously expecting a baby now as well.
Yeah, congratulations to Decky.
Spurs Express saying Porro on Instagram, 3 points in the bag. Enjoy your weekend, Spurs fans. And I just love Pedro Porro. This is Lucams with a meme. Well, Dejan Kulusevski, Destiny Udogie, and Vicario. This is AFTV. Standing ovation.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Vic really loves Sonny, and he just goes up to Sonny. Sonny was just going up to give him a normal hug, and Vic's like, come here.
There ain't no normal hugs between Vic and Sonny. I just love it. I'm all for their hugs at the end of the game. Brilliant stuff.
Premier League tweeted out, only 4 players have registered more assists than Dejan Kulusevski since his Spurs debut, and that is Salah, De Bruyne, Saka, Maddison, and then Kulusevski.
Wow. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
For a player who's, everyone, was shitting on last season and everything. You read that stand, you think, wow, he's really in a very elite group.
Yeah, and all the 4 players above him are like
the best creative players. Like Odegaard's not there.
But yeah, first of all, Odegaard's not there, but it's the best creative players, and it's players that have been in the Premier League for quite a while.
Yeah, exactly. So 100%, unbelievable.
Lily White Rose, 7 goals and assists in 638 Premier League minutes this season for Richarlison. That is actually an amazing return.
It is, and when the way people think about Richarlison, they'll think he's a bit like last season where he got one Premier League goal, but he's been much better this season in terms of the output he's put in.
Yeah, come on, you. Spurs Watch tweeting out Coys, and it's just Emerson coming to embrace the team Emerson. Yesterday.
Big up Emerson, love that.
Cody Mack saying 7 yellow cards and 2 reds for Basuma is totally unacceptable, and I totally agree.
Yeah,
totally.
That's a creative. That's 9 cards in how many games? Considering he's already missed 2, so how many games have you played this season? 14. So that's in 14 games. That's crazy. That's crazy how many cards that is.
Too much, man. Way too much. He needs to take a look at himself and improve that. Pedro Porro versus Nottingham Forest. 4 clearances, 2 interceptions, 3 key passes, 5 out of 8 accurate long balls, 3 out of 6 ground duels, 1 foul, 1, and 1 shot blocked as well. Another strong outing from the Spaniard yesterday.
100%. I thought he had a good game yesterday again.
And this is Decky's this season in the Premier League. Most touches in the opposition box, most open play chances created, most distance covered, 5 goals, 2 assists. Gimme a ginger from Sweden.
100%. And I think soon we're going to be having some conversations about Decky.
Soon. Not now.
Soon. Give it a few more of these performances and I want to start these conversations again.
This was Richarlison booting the ball into the crowd yesterday and then finding out that Decky can't do his celebration because he went to get the ball back and gave it back.
He's like, oh shit, Decky just had a baby. He's like, oh crap, I need to find other balls again. So he goes and finds the ball and then gives it to Decky. Absolutely brilliant. And then Decky can do a celebration.
Romero on Instagram saying, great game and above all, great heart. As I always say, I have no doubt that we are on the right path. We have to keep working, but in this way, always together, all together, always.
And I was like, Romero actually had some really interesting quotes last week, talking about the ownership. He was saying about winning trophies. It's not just about the team and the manager. Like the whole club needs to be on the same, needs to be making good decisions, stuff like that. And he's saying recently the club have been really making some really good decisions and they're going in the right way. And that's interesting to hear a player talk about that, as it like, because you sometimes you feel like the players just, they get their money and they're not like thinking about ownership. They're just thinking about the manager and stuff. But it's interesting to think about their awareness of that kind of things.
Yeah, I think depends what kind of player you are, and it depends what kind of ambitions you have in terms of how you look at things. And if you're a vice captain of the club now, massive leadership role, people are looking up to you to spearhead the club into this new generation. You have to think about all those kind of assets as well, because you're not only thinking about the club's future, but you've got to think about your own future as well, and what you want to achieve in the game.
100%. So, but he's giving praise to the ownership as well, but it's also kind of, hinting that he didn't feel like they were making the right decisions as well, which is interesting.
I think as well, like, we can agree with that. We've had our problems with the ownership in the past, but I think I still have my problems with the ownership, and a lot of things I think are not going to be easy to forgive. But I think right now, when you're looking at the recruitment structure in place, the players that we're bringing in, the manager that's in now, things are going massively on the right path.
Can't complain about the decisions they made recently,
Most points won away from home in the Premier League is Tottenham Hotspur, above Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City. Spurs Express tweeting out a Ben Davis appreciation tweet. 2 massive performances against Newcastle and Nottingham Forest.
Well deserved. We appreciate you, Ben.
SBTR77 saying, Tottenham fans, thank God we don't have any more players out. Basuma.
Here comes Basuma. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's the reality.
Udogie as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Spurs OTM saying, Kulusevski hinting he could be a dad soon.
Yeah, he has confirmed his girlfriend is pregnant. They are due a baby in April, so congratulations to Decky.
And that's exactly what the next tweet says from the Spurs Express. So congratulations to them. Squawker saying Dejan Kulusevski, the Premier League this season. I think we've been through that one already. Spurs OTM saying no goalkeeper has kept more clean sheets in the Premier League this season, which is 5. No goalkeeper has made more keeper sweep regains in the Premier League this season, 20. You're world class, Vicario, and he really is, man. Brilliant. He really is. He's going to overtake.
Mad how no keeper has made more clean sheets, but I looked at it. There have been more teams who've got clean sheets, but I think Arsenal's one of them, and I think maybe one of them was Ramsdale, one of them was Reyes, and maybe that's how they calculate it.
Must be.
And obviously, the sweeper regains, I think that's been one of the most impressive.
How many of them within the Chelsea game?
Yeah, I think it was like 12 or something.
Tottenham Hotspur saying, up the Spurs, with a picture of Richarlison, obviously the scoreline. Clean sheet from Tottenham as well, with a picture of Big Vic. Spurs OTM saying Tottenham defender, that we saw this one before. Cuti Romero, we've been through that one as well. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's it. So that is the way the internet did react. Some great reactions as always, especially after 3 points.